Oh, this one's so pretty. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I know I've been gone a few days, but life was life. And so I just wanted to throw a quick example about the unethical principles of the supervisors in the Division of Welfare and Supportive Services location that I was located at. So the second supervisor, the one that the big husband doesn't work and she's always complaining about him. This is what she did to set me up. Okay, so the office, the location I was at, everyone was getting physically ill. I mean, we were getting sick, vomiting, everything. And so on one occasion on a Thursday morning, of course, I was in the bathroom throwing up my life. And I had taken my cell phone with me and I meant to text her. It was about 7:40 a.m. to let her know there was no way possible that I would be able to make it in that day. So apparently I'd passed out, and a lot of the other coworkers too, they said they passed out as well while they were sick. Like half the office came down with whatever bug was going on. So I get up and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 8:20. Let me go ahead and text her. So I text her and I said, look, I am super sick. I cannot make it in. And she says, okay. So fast forward to me complaining about her writing 18 citations on a case I did. Now, I wasn't concerned about the citations because it was training, but I was extremely concerned because she said it would go against my overall eval. 18 citations can do a damage against anybody's overall eval. So I wanted to speak to her manager and her about it. So I wrote him and her. He set up a meeting. I said, look, if we're going to talk about anything outside of that eval, because I knew her conduct and I knew she was sneaky and shady, I said, I want HR or I want my union rep present. So I CC'd HR, and then so they promised HR they wouldn't talk about anything but the citation she had given me. Lo and behold, she wants to talk about my attendance. And so she said, well, you were over code because apparently I'm supposed to call by 8:15 and I texted 8:20. I said, I told you I passed out. I don't know what to tell you. The body's going to do what it's going to do, but I did text you as soon as I got myself up off the bathroom floor. And the manager said, okay, he said, this is an isolation incident. We're not going to worry about it. Okay, we'll forgive you, but please be careful. Try to contact us as soon as you can. I said, under that circumstances, that was as soon as I can, but I definitely understand and thank you. So she was upset. And she has this thing where she does fake crying. She goes, hoo, 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 and white cry. She does this so many times. I'm like, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. But anyway, let's get back to the script. So the next couple of days, she kept disapproving my my time card, saying, because the manager said put leave without pay. He said, we're not going to pay you. I said, okay, He said, so just put leave without pay. Do you know this unethical female? I was working with a client. She kept sending me 4 or 5 emails saying, I'm not gonna approve your pay. I'm not gonna approve your pay. And I'm like, what's wrong? She said, I want you to put AWOL. Now, I know what AWOL means in the military, but I'm like, since we had agreed in the office with the manager that it wasn't that type of AWOL, I'm assuming that the state has a different type of AWOL. I said, I don't agree. I said, I feel like you're applying pressure while I'm with a client. I said, you keep emailing me and I can't think. I said, but I disagree, but it's whatever. We'll talk about it later. We'll address it later. So how come I check with my lead and then I check legally with some people and they said AWOL means absent without leave, meaning you abandon your job. I can't wait till that plays out in court because, like I said, I recorded that meeting. I want to see her face and I want to see his face when they hear themselves talking on that recording. And so that's what I talk about, the despicable type of behavior. So I sent her a text. I said, you tricked me. I said, I was under duress. You forced me to put AWOL, even though I put LWOP as we agreed in the meeting. And you made it seem like I abandoned my job. I did text her. I said, that's uncalled for. I said, I said, you tricked me. You used underhanded, illegal means to get me to put AWOL on my time card. I trusted you as a supervisor and as an employee of the state to not do underhand criminal activity, but here you are doing underhand criminal activity with no shame, no sense of guilt, just nothing. And that's why I say, if these supervisors are doing things like that to us workers, those client files at that location need to be looked at. And I'll guarantee you, there's like 1,000 phantom cases where people don't even exist. They created those cases, and I bet you somehow, some way, that money and those benefits are being funneled back to them or friends of theirs. And that's why I'm going to demand a federal investigation, because if they do these things to employees, they don't care about nothing or nobody. I don't even think they care about themselves. And that's why I say, be careful how you treat people, because it always comes back to you or a family member or a loved one. And that's why her husband probably ain't getting off his butt no time soon to work, because you reap what you sow. Take care. Bye-bye.